All right, truck's looking pretty good. Wait a minute. Something needs fixed. Hey. What's up, everybody? Welcome to FS2S. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, as I'm posting lots of new content, usually every Thursday. And if you are subscribed already, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be starting chapter 4 of the 6-4 project. So before jumping right into chapter 4, I actually want to show you guys a little bit of what's been done to the truck since the last video. So I ended up putting on a 22-inch light bar right in the middle of the bumper. And I also put on each side 2 LED cubes to run as fog lights. And also, so many of you guys have been saying, when are you gonna get window tint? It looks horrible, looks like a fishbowl. Believe me, I know that. And so that's just what I did. I went out and got some window tint. I ended up going with 15% on the side windows and 5% on the back ones and the back windows. Oh, and I went ahead and put a bunch of shit in the bed of my truck as well. I think the window tint is actually one of my favorite mods done to the truck, as I remember in one of my first videos I ever recorded, which includes 0 window tint. That's bad. I couldn't stand the look of that truck without tint, so I'm glad that's finally out of the way. And now that you guys are all caught up with the truck, let's jump right into chapter 4 of the 6-4 project. Let me show you a little bit of what I'm working with. So what we've got in store today is a roll pan that hasn't yet been painted. The roll pan is actually by Street Scene. It says all Street Scene body parts must be pre-fit prior to painting. I haven't even pre-fit this yet at all. I haven't even prepped it for paint. I'm just gonna see how it fits on there before I actually go ahead and get it painted. We also got LED third brake light, which is going to be a huge improvement from the stock disgusting third brake light. And then we've got the $100 eBay specials chrome tail lights that I definitely have to do something with. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that right now. All right, and today I'll be using the Duplicolor Perfect Match paint. This one is the exact color to my truck, Vermilion Red or F1, and I'll also be using the Perfect Match clear coat. And now, let's get into these things. All right, and there we have it. It looks like they're sealed right along the edges. And I might be able to heat them up and just kind of pry the lens from the housing. So I'm gonna try that. Working on prying it here. Being patient is definitely the key on these taillights. See if I can just run the screwdriver through to disconnect it. If you go too fast, you're definitely at risk of cracking the lens, which is not what I want to do. All right, it's almost getting there. Got about half of it done. Once you get about 2/3, you can kind of just pry it off. All right, got the lens off. So as you can see, it was sealed just on the edges. So I need to take off these 2 reflectors here if I want to get them painted. And it looks like they're fastened on the back with some glue. And this front plate right here that holds the LEDs could actually be removed through these 3 screws on the back side right here. Alright, got the first reflector out. That wasn't so bad. The next one just kind of pries out the same way. And there you have the big chrome tail light. After removing those 3 screws, you can see that the whole front plate comes out, revealing the 4 strips of LEDs. And there are actually 2 screws on each LED strip that need to be removed in order to take off the front plate to get that prepped for painting. So I'm going to remove the last one right here. And then they all kind of slide right out. And this is ready to get worked on. So now I've got both sections. I've got the chrome housing on the tail light and the front plate. Now I just need to cover up these LEDs and I can get ready for paint. And I'm actually going to be painting a frame around the lens of the headlight as well. So I got this taped up here. And the reason I'm painting this frame is actually to cover up any scratches or old glue marks or anything that's kind of ugly on the tail light once I put it back together. So it's all been prepped and painted. Waiting for it to dry right now so I can apply some clear coat. It's actually looking pretty good so far. Got the LEDs all taped up. And you can see how ugly that's going to end up looking around the edges, which is again why I'm painting that frame around the lens. I don't want any of that ugly stuff to show. And then there's that plate as well. Just need to hit up the clear coat. Alright, and a couple layers of clear have been applied and it's looking good. Just need to set it up to dry now. I think it's going to turn out pretty well. My entire house is kind of a paint shop at the moment. Got all these parts and pieces laying out. Alright, so I've got one put together so far. But I actually forgot to mention to you guys that when I took off the reflectors, I ended up painting those black and then adding a couple coats of clear as well. So I think those will look nice once all finished up.
Hey.
Alright, and there's the final product. Not looking too bad. Definitely better than that chrome. Can't wait to see him on the truck.
Okay, I've got the tail lights done. I've got the rest of the parts staying in the garage, and I'm ready to tear the back end of this truck apart. Alright, the rear end's all torn apart. Now I just need to remove that hitch receiver in order to test fit the roll pan. Looking good. So it actually ended up raining pretty bad outside, so I ended up having to bring it inside the garage so I could finish up working on it in here. Look at that. Fits like a glove. Actually, doesn't really fit, but we're gonna make it work. One more. Whoever thought that Loctite was a good idea on these bolts, yeah, fuck you. All right, everything that needed to be taken off is removed, and I'm ready to start test fitting that roll pan. Oh, and it also stopped raining. So here we are. Nice. So I stuck it on there just as a mock-up. It actually looks pretty good. I mean, it's not a permanent fitment right now just because I still need to get it painted. But it actually fits really nicely. I think it's gonna look good when it's all painted up, looking how it should be. Now let's get to the fun part. Let's get these tail lights on here. And there we have it. The old work truck looking better and better. Tail lights came out pretty nice. Okay. Looks like it's getting somewhere. Pretty pleased with the result. It's gonna look a lot better with paint. And with this guy fixed up. And with this removed. And with the scratches gone. And everything. Nah, if I focus too much on these things, it'll drive me insane. This looks pretty good. Let me bring it out into some sunlight so you can see it a little better. And there's the final result. I mean, minus paint, of course. Doesn't look too bad. I really like those tail lights. Probably my favorite part. So what do you guys think? Honestly, that was exhausting. That was, oh man, those 8 bolts on the hitch, those things were impossible to take off. I almost broke my back trying to loosen those things. At least the result turned out pretty nice. I'm not sure what all is left with this build, to be honest. Came a long way from where it started, I'll tell you that much. I've barely had this thing a month and I'm already ready to start a new build. What should my next truck be? A Cummins? Duramax? Old school? New school? What is your favorite diesel truck? You know, this channel's actually growing a little bit faster than I predicted it would. I'm pretty excited about that. So once again, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll be posting new content every Thursday. Thanks for watching chapter 4 of the 6-4 project.